Hey guys, I want to let you know I still have some bundles left over. If you want your bundle today, hit me up on any of the social links down below for more information. Hey guys, this is Vest and we are back with another manga in the making. So this time I'm going to talk about word bubbles. So let's jump right into it. Right now we have Social Post issue 1 opened, and I'm basically going to just go down the lines of, certain type of bubbles because we have a lot of bubbles to go through, and do what we do best with figuring out what bubbles do. So yeah, we have this first page. So this first page is basically Fuji, and right now we're jumping into two different type of things. We got this one right here, that one on top that's saying Fuji. We call those narration, but we call that narration boxes. Like, it's basically a character that is narrating, or it's someone calling out to something, or we're getting a feel of what's going on in the story. So usually those that are look like this, they're basically, sometimes is the character saying, hey, I'm Naruto Uzumaki, I go to blah 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 school and blah blah blah. That's basically for that. But I used it for a different purpose. I used it for somebody calling out the main character that we see right here, which is Fuji. And for those who already read chapter 1, you will know who it is. So yeah, that's basically what I use that for. Now we go to our second one, which is right here, and we basically got two of the same ones. I use these for basic regular talking. I don't use them for anything else but talking. There's no crack in the voice, is plain talking, is the way they talk, is their language, is their everything. If you see right here in this little tippy top right here, this little tip that's pointing towards Fuji, you would see, we call those bubble tails. So bubble tails usually point to the character. You always want to have your bubble tail at all times. If it's a spiky bubble, it's a regular bubble, or a shaky bubble. And I will keep mentioning it, and when we go down more of different type of bubbles. So those are our two ones. We got the narration box, which is basically us jumping into the story, somebody narrating, somebody calling, somebody doing something. And then we have our regular bubbles. These regular bubbles you're going to use a lot. These are going to be your main bubbles to use at all times. So let's see if we can find another bubble. Okay, so now on chapter 5, page 5, we have this one bubble. It's a regular bubble, but it doesn't have a tail. And the reason why it doesn't have a tail is because we have two people here, and the one who's talking is Fuji. So I placed this bubble more towards her arm, and those type of bubbles is when the character is not in the screen, when the character is is not the full character, you don't see her face or nothing. You basically use this type of bubble, and it will show you that somebody is talking, and they're talking outside of the panel. So let's keep going. Now we come to page 6. We have a spiky bubble. These spiky bubbles are used for basically screaming, yelling out sentences. Right now she's saying it's going to blow. So I have a lot of spikes, and you can see my little tail, which is like almost like a spike, is pointing towards Fuji. You always want to have your bubble tails. So yeah, we have the spiky bubble, and that's basically yelling out, it's gonna blow, is yelling out sentences. If there's two type of bubbles that I use that are differently, it's all up to you if you want to do it or not. The spiky one like this I use for sentences, and then there's another spiky one like this one right here, and I use those for plain old words like ha, humph, no, yes. I use it for regular old one word sentences, one word, that's it, nothing else. And it's basically about seven little spikes, and it's just shooting out next to the character, and that's what I have here. Now we're gonna go towards another bubble So we're making our way with this bubble right here, and that bubble is basically a squiggly type of bubble. This bubble is mostly used for when a character's voice is cracking, or they're anxious, or their voice is not normal. You know, it's not normal, it's different, you know. It has a different type of tone to it. So I use those type of bubbles for different type of tone languages. Like right now, you know, you can see she got choked out, so her voice is kind of shaken because she's like no, and then she's shaken up at the fact that she got choked. So we have a shaky bubble because of that shaky feeling, and that's what I use when you know, she's nervous, scared, or anything of that nature. Now we keep going. And I know I have another bubble here. I know. Okay, now we got to the good bubbles, which is the thought bubble, which is over here. And you can't see it too much here, but you can see it right here that she has little dots. You can see those little dots pointing towards her. There's not a little tail. It's more of a dot. So the dot is like a thought bubble. It comes out as small, medium, then the large, and then her talking. And this is basically her talking in her mind. She's not talking to nobody. She's just talking to herself. And those can be used like this, or they can be used like this one up here, which is, you can see like little, almost squiggly, like there's a thought, you know, the bubble is turning into, you know, squiggly or not, you know. It's all up to you. She's talking normal, so it's not like a daydream type of bubble or anything like that. It's just a regular old bubble with some dots. I'm probably gonna draw out some bubbles for this. And then we also have, let's see. We have this bubble right here, and this is a basic thought shout out. Like her brain is shouting this out. She's not talking about it in outside of her head, nothing like that. It's just her shouting out in her brain. So that's another type of bubble. You will see a lot of those type of bubbles in you know, certain type of like mangas with, like, you know, shoujo. You will see those little bubbles that are like flittery and then it has words in it. That's what that type of stuff is like. So I'm gonna pull up a page and I'm gonna basically draw out some bubbles and you know, tell you guys, you know, run down what we already went by. Okay guys, so I basically made up some bubbles so that we can basically go over the ones that we went over and some new ones that you know, that can go with the ones that I was talking about. So here we have the regular talking one. So yeah, that's regular talking. It's just a bubble with your tail, and always remember to keep your tail facing the person who is talking, and never cross over tails too, because then you don't want your people to get confused. Then we got the wiggly bubble. This one is more like anxious, voice cracking, crying, some type of emotion in the person's tone of voice. Then we have our thought bubbles. We have one that's regular solid, and that's when you're just thinking of something. I usually use this because I feel like it's better. I never use the cloud one, but it's all up to you if you want to use the regular one or the cloud one. The cloud one is more comic. The regular one I feel is more anime, but it's all depending on you. Now we have the little bit of spikes and a small bubble. We call this one just a one-worder type of shout out. It's not crazy or anything like that. It's just one word, like yes, no, maybe, you know, just shouting out one word. Then we have the one with multiple spikes. That one is like a whole sentence type of shout to you know, oh my god, it's gonna blow, you know, that type of way. We have our box, and this one is called the narration box. You can use that to bring out your character, name some stuff, you know, just keep your viewers reading, I guess. I know that they use this a lot. Like maybe in Inuyasha they use it, I think, when they're talking about their life, you know, the main character's talking about their life, or the narrator's talking about the main character's life. So it's all depending on if you want to use that type of bubble. Again, I use the smaller one, and I use that for calling out dreams and stuff like that. So then we have all these different type of flashes, and I have here this one is more like a fireworks type of flash. We got this type of flash that's more spiky. All of these are spiky flashes, and these are used in either dreams, thoughts, or you know, it's basically when you're talking to yourself. They use these type of bubbles in a lot of manga, comics, and stuff like that. So yes, these are good bubbles to keep in mind, guys. If there's any bubbles that I missed, comment down below. Let me know if there's any bubbles that I missed. I tried to get every single bubble that I know that I use for right now in Celestial Pulse. So if there's any more bubbles, I'll swing it by you guys. But if I missed any, let us know in the comments below and what kind of bubble that is. Again, guys, if you have any ideas for manga in the making that you're like, hey Vest, you didn't cover this, can you please cover it? Please let me know and I will definitely cover it. If you like this video, hit that like, and if you are here and you're like, Vest, I like the way you do things, hit that subscribe and become one of our posters, and you know, keep me inspired to continuously make new things for you guys. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching, sharing, telling a friend, and helping a friend. Have an amazing rest of the day. Bye bye.